Okay, welcome back. In this section, we're going to talk about a very important tracking tool. This should be on your desk at all times. It's on the CD in the PDF format. Feel free to save it to your hard drive and print out as many copies as you want, or you can just print out a couple and take them down to the coffee shop. But this 20 trade segment worksheet will do some very important functions. Number one, first and foremost, this thing is going to help you to keep on top of your trading. So you've got a column to track the date. You can also put the time in here so you can focus on when you're making your trades. The market is, you can place this just as simply as GBP long, whether the trade was a win, a loss, or a scratch, and then how many points. Now what I'll typically do is I'll put in, if I won on 8, say 8 at 20, but then the market came down too fast for me to get out of the other 2, then I would have 2 at 0. So a total of 8 at 20. You see that? So I can keep track of how I got out of the position. The reason why it's important to do it this way, I'll go through another example. Let's say we have this next time GBP short, and if we have 8 that we got out at 20, and then say we have 2 that we got out at minus 10. Okay, you can see here what I'm doing is recording how many I traded. Remember we talked about taking off a position in chunks where we take off 8 and then we take off 2. Here I can see I have 8 at 20 pips, so I know I've got $160 there. And then I've got a loss of 2 at 10 is 20, so that's a total of 8 at 140, or you could just put in a total of 140. I prefer to just put in the total 140, or if you really want to simplify things, you can just put in the points. But since we're dealing with multiple lots, my suggestion is to use the total, so 140. Because now remember, that's because we have 8 at 20, then a loss of 2 at minus 10. Now the reason why we do it this way is so we can then transfer this over to our spreadsheet. The reason why I use a written copy is during the day, what I don't want to have to worry about is typing something into a spreadsheet. I want to be able to keep my computer screen as clean as possible. All I want to see is my chart and my broker screen. I don't want to worry about a bunch of mess. So I keep this sheet printed out on my desk so I can just quickly record it and then wait for the results. Then at the end of the day, I can take all this information, the date and time, what I was trading, what happened, and the total, and put that directly into my spreadsheet. Now, the 20 trade segment is a vital tool for tracking your results. Now remember in the last section we talked about the odds, right? Which really is another way of saying the probabilities. What's the probability of success? Is it 50%? Is it 60%? Is it 80%? Is it 85%? What is the probability of success? And if we're trading on a probability and we're focusing on that and we're counting on that, we have to have a realistic way to measure that. Now, one of the things that rookie traders will do wrong when they're trying to track their trading is they don't look at enough trades. Rookie traders will typically only look at the last 2 to 3 trades. Now, if every single trade is random and you're just looking at 2 to 3 trades, let me give you a real example. If you had to flip a coin just 3 or 4 times